Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. So we're already in March. How exciting. The sun is shining, right? I do believe we're going to have an early spring this year. Earlier today, I saw some birds flying up above, and they were flying in formation, okay? So yeah. I'm just very excited for what this month has to offer. You know, I don't know, it's just exciting. There's something yummy about this month. It's very exciting. So, before I get started, I'm getting so many words. Envelop, express, envelope. So somebody may want to express something to you in an envelope. So a lot of you could be getting an envelope. I'm seeing a white envelope with like a red or pink heart on the closure of it. Okay, so before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Something about McDonald's, like chicken nuggets, though. Nuggets. All right. I need to get some roomy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this card doesn't belong. Seven of Wands upright is what I accidentally picked up. So you could be protecting your energy. Your energy is protected. You are protected. You're like in this bubble of protection. Ooh boy. So it's kind of so kind of like the firmament. Okay, it's like a protection, like a ball of protection, and there's like water everywhere, right? But it's kind of like, so it's like, think of it like that, but for you, your individual vessel, right? You have a protection around your individual vessel, right? And that extends to your home, your children, etc., right? Directly, if it's directly you, right? It's like you know how the best way I can imagine, or like the best way I can explain it is, so here's you, right? You, and then you have this protection bubble thing around you, and let's say you're a child. You have a child collective, right? You know how like in the movie Donnie Darko, he would see like these tunnels, right, coming out of him. So it's kind of like that. Imagine that from your bubble of protection onto your child's bubble of protection. So that's how it's connected. All right, so it's like directly from you, right? And it extends to like your home. So that's that. Yeah, envelop, express, envelope. Envelop, express, envelope. So somebody could want to embrace you in a hug, envelop you in their love, or have you envelop them in their love. It's basically just like a embracing, surrounding, hugging, right? an embrace kind of thing. But there's also something about express in an envelope, Okay, so someone could want to express something to you. Now, if this is not like a letter, this could be like a love note or a love message or a love call or a love text or a love email. All right, but it's something pertaining messages, and because of the heart on the opening, the closure, it's got to do with emotions, love, expression, right? It's an expression of love. Now, for some of you, this could be like a grandparent or a distant aunt, uncle that want to express their love for you. Like, oh, my dear, great child, I haven't seen you in so long. I give you my blah, 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 right? For others of you, it could be like a lover, right? That wants to express their feelings to you, okay? You know? Wow, that's beautiful. This card has never come out. Your touch dazzles all creation. Every particle is attracted to you, longing to unite and dwell in you. So you are, like, I'm hearing a master manifester. You literally create the reality. You are a creator in this universe, okay? You know how to create. And because of that, and you do it well and with responsibility, because of that, it's like things want to be with you so that way you can turn those things into something. I'm thinking of it like, for the best way I can explain is, let's say you have color pencils, right, and paper and erasers. Think of it as these things are no longer inanimate. They are now animated, right? And they want to... Oh, I have a better example. The Iron Giant. You know how the Iron Giant, how he blew up, but like all his body pieces, they wanted to go to him, right? It's like that. Whatever this is, for some of you, it could be like art, right? With color pencil, paper pencil, whatever. For whatever it is, it may not even be that. It could just be like magic. It could just be like life. Just light, right? It's just, it wants to, it's drawn to you, right? It's these invisible atoms. They want to go towards you, and it's like, please, utilize me, turn me into something, right? There's something about the consciousness as well. So you know how in the movie The Host, there were all these consciousness, like they're like towards the end, you got to see how they really were, blah blah blah, right? Come on, right? You got to see how they really were, and it's like they wanted some sort of, they wanted a home so that way they can be useful and be utilized and take full advantage of what they are, which is a consciousness, right? So it's like that. It's like things are being naturally drawn to you with ease and with joy. Your touch dazzles all creation. Every particle is attracted to you, longing to unite and dwelt in you. That's what it says. Look. And I feel like it's like it's this energy. It's so funny because I was just talking about how like this month is like delicious. It's exciting, right? So there could, I don't know, it's like it could be like a skill that has been, it's like yearning and burning deep within you. And now it's there, ready to get going, right? It's you creating something. So I'm getting, there's a show called Lilo and Stitch, right? The series, not the movie, the series. And all the experiments, all the cousins that they get actually about them. Anyways, there's this one episode where there were two that came out. It was one lava experiment, and then it was one water experiment. And towards the end of that episode, they were working together to create a new island or little islands, right? You're working with the universe to create things, tangible things of stability, things that can, you're building foundations, right? Because what happens, like that one experiment, it was like the water experiment, and then the fire experiment, it was like a lava experiment. And they were like creating like little islands. So then what happens? You have land. So then what happens now? plant and you can grow and you can cultivate. You're building foundations with the universe, and the universe is all but joyous and happy to lend you, right? It's not giving you, it's lending. You're working through God, right? God is working through you. So the universe is all too happy to lend you. It's whatever it's lending you. I don't even have a word for it. Whatever it's lending you, so that way you can create, and because you're doing it responsibly, right? It's like driving. Make sure when you get a license, you have to respect that license. You can't DWI, you can't speed, right? You can't go over the limit, you can't go under the limit, right? You can't be cutting through the lanes, you can't running over red lights and stop signs, right? That's a responsibility, right? So imagine you are the driver, you are the creator of the universe, and the universe, it's like the DMV. The DMV is like, okay, now you're responsible enough to have this driving license, so now you can drive responsibly. So the universe is lending you its the ability to manifest and create with it, right? So that way you can build foundations. And it's all too happy to do this because you are a responsible creator, a responsible manifester. Alrighty then. I've also been seeing 119 and 911. 119 and 911. Right? Which is actually interesting because I've seen police officers non-stop the past week and a half, and police cars non-stop the past week and a half. Either driving in front of me or driving and behind me or driving on the sides of me, right? So that's interesting too, right? Because I was just talking about with that card that came out, the Seven of Wands. I was talking about protection, right? So you're being protected without you even knowing it, and that's so that way you can continue to create foundations for the universe. 1155. That's another thing I've also been seeing. I also see a lot of 1122, 1133, 1144, 1155, consecutively, a lot, all the time. I also see 1222 or 1122. I also see 1234, 123. What else do I see? That's pretty much it, really. I think 898, 989. A lot of those 121, 212, those. All right. Oh, look. All right. Look, right now it says 414. It's 4:14 o'clock. It says 414. The time. Not the recording time, the actual time. It says 414, right? So that's what I mean about Alright, let me move on. This one. I'll get one of these. It's just water. It says brunch babe. How cute is that? It came with a glass straw, but of course that broke. So I'm using a different straw because it fits. And this is so cute. Brunch babe. I'm also seeing Jupiter, right? In this deck, there's a planet. There's a card dedicated to the planet Jupiter, which is a planet of success, abundance, and success, abundance, right? Which is interesting because a couple days ago I saw that card as well in my head, my mind's eye. Venus. So something about love, cherish, enjoy, charm, art, and beauty are the way. So it's funny because I was just saying how the universe is enjoying this. The universe is reveling. It thoroughly enjoys creating with you, right? Not only because you're a master creator, but you're doing it responsibly, right? It's like you know how to have a good time responsibly. Like, who doesn't want to like be around the energy? I just seen 151. This is what I'm talking about. Like, who doesn't enjoy that, right? You don't want to hang out with the Debbie Downer and they don't know how to enjoy the time. They don't know how to, you know, enjoy the company, enjoy the movie, enjoy the music, enjoy the concert, enjoy the outing. They're not having a good time for whatever reason. Like, they're not there for the experience. They're not in that moment, you know. And it's just like you're wasting the experience. But I feel like you are not wasting the experience. You're in there really getting your hands in there, right? You're working with the experience. We got Venus. Cherish, enjoy, charm, art, and beauty are the way. And this is something that you're actively doing right now, right? And I feel like that's one of the reasons why the universe thoroughly enjoys your presence, right? Because you're not doing too little and you're not doing too much. I just seen 1619. Flip it, right? So it would be 1919 or 1616. A 6 is just like a backwards 9. A 9 is a backwards 6 or upside down. You're very responsible with it. So the universe thoroughly enjoys your existence, your capacity to understand, like, you can't do too little, right? You drive under the speed limit, you can get a ticket. You drive obviously above the speed limit, you get a ticket. So it's you've mastered being able to be in the proper levels. Like, you're just right. It's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. One bed was too small, one bed was too big, one bed was just right. It's like this. There's something about your touch, your energy that's just right for the universe. It could be your frequency is just right, and that's why the universe thoroughly enjoys your presence, your existence. You've gained access to being able to work and manipulate the energies, and you know, create and blah 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 blah, whatever, right? And the universe thoroughly loves that. We got Venus. She's a planet of love, right? She's love, beauty, art. And you're thoroughly enjoying life. And that's making it easy for you to do what you gotta do. The universe thoroughly enjoys you thoroughly enjoying life, right? It's you're right there. You're like that. It's like the universe is like your best friend. Like, that's my bestie right there. That's my bestie, right? All right, what's on the bottom? In the 6th house, what is that? Virgo, right? Virgo. Service to others, what is good for us, your work. Yeah, we got Venus. So this is progress. This is something that you're in progress of. So you could have been working on your progress to be of service. So this could be something that you're doing. The foundations that you are creating is to be of service to others, is to benefit humanity and the future, the near future, the now, even the present moment, right? Because someone's going to be like, oh, I'm hungry. And you'll be like, oh, in the future, I'll give you, I'll cook you a meal so you can eat that in the future. That's great and all, but people are hungry right now. What are the solutions right now? Right now. And I'm only saying that because this is like, there's like a harvest of food. There's like onions and cauliflower and blah, 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 right? Service to others, what is good for us, your work. So this could be your purpose, creating foundations, etc., for now and the near future. For some of you, this is something that you're doing for your children, your child, for, let's say, like, if you're a nurse, right, and you need good bedside manners, you're that nurse that, it's like Nurse Joy from Pokemon. She was so lovely, she was so helpful, and she made the place better. People thoroughly enjoyed Nurse Joy. Not only because of her energy, but because she was also nice to look at, and she was very intelligent. Like, she knew what she was talking about. So you know what you're doing, right? Your energy is wonderful. You could be with beauty here, with Venus. You could be a beautiful person, whether you are a man or a woman, right? You're like, people look at you and it's just, you're nice to look at, like art. People go to art museums to just look at the art. Like, wow, look at how beautiful that is, right? The colors, the tapestry, the texture, the framework, right? It's everything about you is, the universe just thoroughly enjoys it. Now I feel like Jesus. See, all that is so wonderful, right? It's beautiful to hear. Beautiful to say. Beautiful to, right? It's beautiful. But now it's like somebody wants to rain on your parade. Somebody wants to, let's say you're building a sandcastle, right? 212. You're building a sandcastle, and you're like, oh, I'm going to build a sandcastle so that way the hermit crabs can live there, right? And then you have another person that's come by, and like, that's not going to last long because the waves are going to knock it down. And you're like, well, it's pretty far away from the waves. It should be good, right? And then when your back is turned, they'll throw water on it, right? It's like it's like that. It's something very petty. I feel like something like that's about to come out, and it's really, wow. That's real. There's something real petty happening right now, like real petty. I almost don't even want to pull cards just so it doesn't come out, but it's already there. You have there's some, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. It's gonna come out. It always comes out. I'll figure it out. I always do. But there's something real, like, there's a real heavy, petty, like, I'm talking petty, like, wow, I can't believe you're that petty. Wow. There's something real petty going on. Someone is, I don't know, operating in a real petty way. This energy that they're carrying, this mentality, this entity. Wow. Ooh, wow. Yeah, there's someone in this community of yours that there's a really, really petty person in this community of yours. I'm talking real petty. Like, it's like disgusting how petty this person is. Like, who is this, like, why? Why would you be, why do you, for what? Like, I can't even get it out because I'm just, like, baffled at how petty this energy is that I'm getting. And it's, alright, they haven't woken up, so obviously this person, they're not even like, you can tell this person they're petty and they'll be like, yeah, ha, 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 ha. Like, they could be proud of it, right? They don't think it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. They could be like, oh wow, right? Or like, oh, I don't care. They just, like, you know, like, there's no need to be, like, relaxed, right? But this person, they're like, I don't know, like, you ever met someone that's proud to be petty? This is that person. They're proud to be petty. You know? Like, this person's proud to be petty. Another thing is, too, is that this person has trouble sleeping at night. It's the whispers at night, right? Like, you're proud to be petty, and then you can't even sleep at night. My friend, I can already tell you got a little bit too many, you got too many struggles going on. You got this, you got that, like, alright, like, there's no reason for you to be that petty. Because energetically speaking, you don't even have the energy to be petty. You don't have room in your life to be petty. So the fact that this person is so petty, it's like you're scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to your energy just to be petty. This could be a karmic Aquarius, or this is just somebody in your community, right? This could be someone that you were friends with, or someone you are friends with, or someone in your mutual friend group, your mutual community, right? Or someone that you, maybe like an acquaintance, right? It's maybe like, let's say like 10 people, right? And you know this person, you know that, like, you all know each other, but not really personally, like maybe like in a workplace, right? You co-workers, no one's really best friends, no one's like, right? But your acquaintances, you know, right, about 25. So for some of you, this could be in a workplace, right, with large groups. There's just someone who's just so petty. You know them, they know you, right? Either this is a friend, or this is someone in your community, your family, your job. But you know them and they know you. Not personally, not on a deep level, but you know them, they know you. Okay? This is someone who's very, very petty. And they're proud to be petty. They revel in that. They think it's like they think it's like a gymnastics or like an Olympic sport, right? Let's see how petty I can be today. And they revel in this, right? And they think it's funny. They think it's cute. And if this is a grown adult, like, listen. And on top of that, they can't sleep at night. They toss and turn. I feel like with the 11th house also consists of deep thinkers, right? I just seen 2629 because what I'm about to say. Deep thinkers, this person could be contemplating things, but for some reason, they're thinking about you, your life, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, the things that you're creating, what you're creating, who you're creating it with, where you're going, what you're doing. This person, they're putting their energies into things that don't have anything to do with them. And on top of that, they're petty. They can't sleep at night. So I feel like with the deep thinkers, this person wants to find some sort of reason to be petty towards you. They want it to be justified. This person is really thinking about you. Like, you live rent-free in this person's mind. Like, this person loves, absolutely loves to think about you. Right? They'll go to bed and be like, what can I do that may... And then they'll toss the other side. What can I do? And then they'll lay on the back. And then they'll lay on their stomach. What can... And then on their side. Like, this person just be tossing and turning. The reason why they can't sleep at night is because they're tossing and turning, thinking of ways to find justified petty reasons to be petty towards you. So this person could have an issue with your charm, your beauty, your attractiveness, you enjoying life, the way things are attracted to you, whether it's people, places, things, money, resources, opportunities, love. They just want to be petty. It's this person, they're like, please, just, I want to be petty so bad. Like, they're literally praying to find reasons to where they can be petty towards you. Even if it's like something so stupid as cutting you off in line. Right? Like, they'll bump you and then budge you in line. And that will make them feel so good. Right? It's a power thing. They want to be able to take something from you. I was getting this earlier. They want to take something from you. Right? And it's going to make them feel so good. But they need it to be justified. They want to take something from you so bad. An opportunity, a person, a relationship, your reputation, your energy, whatever it is. But it's so petty. Right? But they want it to be justified, and they cannot stop thinking about this. For some of you, it's like an opportunity. They want to take an opportunity away from you and have it to be justified, like, oh, you shouldn't hire them because blah, 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 right? Or, oh, you shouldn't date him because blah, blah, blah. Or, you shouldn't, something so simple as, like, did everybody get a pencil? Okay, well, you shouldn't give the collective a pencil. Well, why not? Because they don't even know they don't have good handwriting. You shouldn't even give it to them. And it's just like, that's not justified. Do they know how to write? Yeah. So then they can get a pencil. You see, it's just something so stupid, and it just really shows who they are. It really, really shows how they really feel about you, because they are willing to try to take an opportunity from you or something from you, and the reason for it is not justified. You know, like, oh, you shouldn't give them shoes. Why? Because they can't run. They're not good runners. Okay, but they still need shoes to walk. I mean, I guess. Like, what do you mean? Just because they can't run, they can't get shoes? It's something like that. It's just so... And it's like... What do you mean? Just because they have bad handwriting, they can't get writing utensils? What do you mean? Just because they're not runners, 30-30, like... You know? It's just something... That it's like... Their reason for you being denied... It's not... It just doesn't... You know? I feel like one of the reasons why this person wants to take something from you is because they either lost the opportunity to have that, or it has been taken from them by God. God was like, obviously you're not being responsible with this ability, 313, right? You know how, like, with driving, you can't go over the speed limit, you can't go under the speed limit, you can't run people over, you can't hit pedestrians, you can't run red lights and stop signs and drive on the curb, and right? So because of that, you're not obviously being a responsible driver, so you get your license taken away. This person, they were not using their gifts or abilities or whatever to either the best potential or responsibly, and God's like, okay, well, I'll take that. And I've done this reading before. I just had my tongue just lisped. I've done this reading before. Not this one, but something like like how someone was abusing something and they got it taken away from them, and it's like this person feels like because it was taken away from them, you don't deserve this, and it's because they don't have access to this. Either it was taken away from them. I feel like they ruined this, whatever it was for them. They ruined it, and now they don't have this. It was taken away from them because they were abusing it. Misusing it. And Jesus, this person has a tainted bloodline. That's why they don't have this. They ruined, like, let's say they did some really foul things. They did some real foul things to the point where it ruined it just corrupted their genetic line, or corrupted their lineage, or corrupted the possible future of their offsprings. Like, man. The best and the worst example I can give you, all right, would be a mother or a woman, okay? A woman, and she is pregnant. And she's ingesting all sorts of things that she's not supposed to ingest, and things that doctors say, stay away from alcohol, stay away from smoking, stay away from partying, stay away from, raw fish, stay away from shellfish, that's raw. Don't eat raw meat. Don't, bless you! Don't drink certain teas. This would be the person that they would be doing all of these things. And then... they have complications. They did that. They did. I'm not talking about the babies that are, that are just, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those who actively chose to do certain things despite the guidance, their moral judgment, God, their OBGYNs, their doctors, their family, their whatever, They did that, right? And then you have babies that are born with addictions. Babies that are born with, complications and this and that and this and that, right? As a direct result of the mother's choices when she was operating however she was operating when her baby was in her womb, right? Again, a direct result of the mother's choices when her baby was in her womb, right? I'm not talking about like autism or anything like that. That's okay. That's not what I'm talking about. So relax, okay? If your baby comes out on the spectrum and you had a healthy pregnancy, that's great, you know? You just have a special creative baby, right? Go autism. Autism awareness, right? But, you know, if you're an alcoholic and you've been drinking your entire pregnancy and then you wonder why your baby came out an alcoholic, depending on alcohol, at the age of 2 years old, that's because of what you did, right? This is like that. Tainted bloodline. So this could have been someone who ruined like their offspring right before their offspring had a chance to even be whatever, and now they're mad at you because your lineage and your foundation have been set, right? You made different choices, you made different whatever, right? They took away opportunities for themselves, for their lineage, for their future, for their generations. They did that. And now what happens? As a direct result of their choices, their offspring or their lineage or their generation has to break those curses and cycles that one person did. I did a reading recently where it was talking about how you are healing your mother wounds so it does not affect your womb, right? So this person, they let their mother wounds affect their womb. And now they're mad at you because you did not do that. You broke cycles, you healed, you did go within, you cleaned up house, right? You got off this, you moved away from that, right? You stopped doing that. Congratulations, right? You did what you had to do, right? But this person around you, this very, very petty person that wants to be oh so justified in their pettiness, they did not, right? They did not. They did not break cycles and curses and this and that and this and that, right? And because of that, they get nothing. Their lineage has to. So now, if they have children, their children have to grow up cycles and battles and trauma and this and that and this and that until one day they realize, oh, I should break this cycle, right? And if they don't, what happens? Karmic children grow up to be karmic adults. Until that karmic adult wakes up and realizes, oh, maybe I should. And if that doesn't happen, what happens? It's this whole cycle, man. Right? It could be maybe their children might one day wake up and I'm gonna break the cycle, right? And then that stuff right there, right? It could be their children that ends it. It could be their great grandchildren that ends it. Who knows? But the point is, you ended it. You don't have that. You have freedom. Your lineage has freedom. You have the power to create. The universe is willing to be with you, to envelop itself with you. It says every particle is attracted to you, longing to unite and dwell in you. Right? Like, you think the universe is going to want to work with someone like this? No. No, absolutely not. This kind of energy, the universe is like, oh, brother, ew. Heal that. Fix that. Focus on that. Pay attention to that, right? No, that's not. It's because they don't want to stop doing black magic, pathetic. That's why they have a tainted bloodline. They did this. They tainted their own bloodline. This is a direct result of their actions and their choices. How did they taint their bloodline? By doing black magic. You know, I have this saying, you can always tell who has done magic while they were pregnant because it shows up in their children. And I swear by this, I swear, I truly, truly, truly believe this. You can always tell who has been doing and messing and touching black magic when they were a pregnant woman. I truly believe that to this day. I pray to God that this is, I don't know why, but one day they just came to me. This woman could have been pregnant while she was touching black magic, and it tainted her bloodline. This could be a karmic Aquarius, or this could be any other karmic sign. This is a woman who is very, very petty. They don't even know. They're not realizing. This is someone who revels, like they truly enjoy being petty. You see what I'm saying? A direct result of the mother's actions when the baby was in the mother's womb. This is that. I gotta put a trigger warning on this video because, oh my gosh, wow. I'm hearing police department. And it's so funny because I was just talking about how a lot of police cars are missing, police cars and police officers and blah, 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 right? We got PD. Somebody's first, last, middle, initial can start with the letter P or D. But I'm getting police department. The police department is involved or being called. Or like... I'm getting also poor damsel in distress. Right? This could be somebody who's like, what was me? The world is out to get me. Oh my gosh. But then you're petty. That's what I was saying. Like, you got to pick a struggle because you're petty. And then you can't sleep at night. You have struggles. And you're doing black magic. And then you're getting the results, the consequences of that. This person could have also tried to call the police on you. Right, or has they could have gone to the police department on you to try and do like order protection or like try to raise suspicion towards you or like a false claim. Police, please help me. The collective, right? And it's just like, oh my gosh, that's what they're 4141. They're trying to do something with the police department. Police, the collective. But it's not justified. It doesn't make sense. They don't have ammunition. And the police are like, yeah, okay, we'll look into this. But the police are like side-eyeing each other like, that's not illegal. Or like, this is like a Karen. Right? And they're just trying to do something because they don't have anything else to do. So now they're trying to go down to the police department. They could be like, police, the collective was walking their dog and their dog pooped in the sidewalk and they didn't pick it up. You need to, blah, blah, like, the police are like, okay. Right. It's something so not, like, you're wasting time of taxpayers' money and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do something involving the police. And it's just not justified. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what are you doing? Attacking your root chakra. What was that? I seen something else. Never mind. Attacking your root chakra. So when your root chakra is unbalanced, you're insecure, aggressive, restless. Right? It's the whispers at night. Poverty mindset, sexually loose. When it is balanced, you're physically active, responsible, self-care, self-reliant, optimistic. And that's why the universe loves you. You know who you are. So I feel like this person is trying to... This person doesn't know who they are. They don't know what they're doing, blah, 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 whatever. You know who you are. And so I feel like whatever they're trying to do, whatever they're trying to get stuck on you, it's not working. Let's say they're trying to, like... I've talked about this, like, I think it was like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, where I talked about this very example in my reading. They're trying to, like, throw slime at you or whatever, and you're like, oh, that doesn't belong to me, that's not mine. That's not mine. And you just keep going on about your day. Like, they're trying to throw something at you, but because you know who you are, right? You know who you are, you're like, yeah, that's not mine. They're trying to throw insecurity at you. Oh, that's not my insecurity. Sorry, babes. That doesn't belong to me. I know who I am. Right? That's not mine. It goes right back. It's like a boomerang. They're trying to throw something at you, but it doesn't belong to you. So it goes back to them. Insecurity doesn't belong to you. Poverty mindset doesn't belong to you. Irresponsible doesn't belong to you. Sexually loose doesn't belong to you. What was the other one? Aggressive doesn't belong to you. You think the universe is going to want you to have this power if you don't even know who you are? You think the universe is comfortable with that? It's like you're not going to get a driver's license at the DMV if you don't know how to drive. I am officially 100% better, by the way. I had the flu. I no longer have the flu. I feel great. I feel amazing. So. This person, they're just... That's why the protection around you is heavy right now. This person could also be possessed. Oh. The Four of Pentacles, it fell upwards and then it moved on the fence. And then I put it back upwards. And then we have this card, the Seven of Swords. It kept flipping and flipping. But I picked it up upside down, reverse. So because you know who this person is, you're able to keep your energy away from them. Right? What's yours is yours. Right? You can do that. You don't have to give this person anything. You don't have to share with this person anything. You don't have to tell them anything. Also, is what I'm getting. They want you to tell them something, and because you're not telling them something or giving them information, they're trying to punish you for that, or trying to put you on some sort of radar, or trying to make it seem like if this is a workplace, they're trying to run to your boss and trying to make it seem like something is something is immoral or corrupt, so that way you can be get written up or fired. Or if this is something in your neighborhood, they're trying to go down to the police station and say something, but it's really, you want us to arrest someone because they didn't pick up their dog's poop? They're only doing this, they're lashing out. They're only doing this because you're not giving them information about you, or whatever information is about you, it's being kept, protected. Four of Pentacles upright, Seven of Swords reverse. Yeah, you're not. Seven of Swords reverse also represents wise counsel, right? Truth, confession. But with the Four of Pentacles here, you're not saying anything. It's like this person wants to know the truth about you, or who you are, or they want you to willingly divulge information about yourself. They want you willingly step up on the podium and the town square and be like, hear ye, here's everything you need to know about me. And God's like, that's not necessary. They don't need to know that about you. All you got to do is keep doing what you're doing with the universe and with God, the Most High God, and that's it. That's drink your water and mind your business. I was also getting something earlier. I was getting, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Okay? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. This person, they're trying to start something with you. And God's trying to remind them, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Because they're just doing it to be petty. Oh, I just got a name. Wow. So, yeah, with that Four of Pentacles here and that Seven of Swords reverse. Seven of Swords reverse also represents being caught or being outed, right? It's like this person wants you to willingly out yourself. But it's interesting because God told you about this person. First of all, this person, they just want you to talk about yourself, so because they can't find a reason to be petty towards you, right? It's kind of like, tell me everything about you so I can justify my reasons to disliking you. Ma'am, sir, absolutely not. But I do feel like this is a woman. For some of you, this could be a man. But that's why you don't have to. You can keep your information to yourself. Keep your knowledge to yourself. You're not, unless you have written an autobiography, there's no reason why this person needs to be trying to read into you, look into you. I'm also getting, there's something like a dark voodoo high priestess. So this person could be trying to like read cards into you, or read balls, crystal balls, shells, trying to like find information on you. They dabble in voodoo. This person, they dabble in voodoo. And the thing is, like, if they have children, I really, it's, man. Alright, let me move on. I will just say this. I don't know about you guys or gals, but I can always tell when a pregnant woman has been dabbling in dark magic. I can always tell. Okay? This is someone who has children. So this could be somebody in your family, in your neighborhood, in your job, in your community. This could be someone you grew up with. But you'll know who this person is because they're just petty for no reason. It's just not, you know? This is like someone who like takes candies from kids and like they'll laugh. Like, ha ha ha, look at their face. Just because they can. Because they have the power to do so. And that's exactly why they don't have the very thing that they dislike you for. Whether or not they are aware of it, whether or not this is the very thing that they know that why they dislike you, they just know that they dislike you. Like, you be bothering their spirit just by being you. Like you'll walk by this person and this person cannot help but every fiber in their being wants to go like that towards you and ice you out and ignore you and freeze you out. It's because they cannot stand to be around you. They cannot stand to look at you. It could be an entity in them, that petty, and they want it to be justified. Like, how come you're not talking to the collective? How come you're not, working with the collective? How come you're not, let's say you and this person get partnered up for a project, right? This person would like deliberately not show up or deliberately not do their part. I don't know what, but they're just petty. And a lot of it has to do because you're not talking about yourself. That's why. You're not talking about yourself. You're not confessing or opening up to them, or that's why. That's why, because you're not talking about yourself. That's why it's making them so petty to the point where, like, now they're like, they don't know anything about you. And that really grinds their gears. It bothers them. It's like tearing them up inside it. Just because they don't know anything about you. Right? So because they don't know anything about you, their imagination is running wild, right? With the whole deep thinker and it's the whispers at night. Like, remember how I said that you live rent free in their mind? Their imagination is running wild because they don't know anything about you. Because they don't know anything about you, they're trying to lock you up or confine you or restrict you, right? And it'll be easier because if they do that, it'll be easier for them to keep an eye on you or to monitor you. Or like, if you can't go there, and if you can't go to A, B, C through all the letters of the alphabet, and you can only go from A to B, they're like, yes, now I have a better eye at them. I can see them. They're going from A to B, A to B, A to B every day. And that's what they want. 54, 45 I just seen. Versus, where do they go? They're at A, now they're at Z, now they're at F, now they're at G, now I don't know what's going on. What's their pattern? What are they doing? What are they thinking? And it's literally driving them insane. They don't know. They don't know. And you could know this. That's why you're in the Four of Pentacles upright. You're like, Ace of Pentacles reverse. Yikes. I'll tell you one thing. This person only cares about money. For someone who, for someone who cares so much about money, they have so very little of it. It's interesting because this person, they like to claim that they're responsible and they this and they're that and they're... So we got the Knight of Pentacles upright next to the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Ace of Pentacles reverse next to the Knight of Pentacles upright. Okay. Now the Knight of Pentacles upright is also very responsible. The most patient, responsible knight in the deck. Okay. But it's like this person, they're not responsible with their money, or they're reckless with their money, or they don't have money, and like they're waiting for money but they don't have money, or like they never have money, or like they're waiting for money and it immediately goes to bills. It's like for someone who loves money so much, they don't have it or have much of it. There's like a curse on their finances, or like they jinxed their own finances, or like they like if they try to throw a hex at you, that hex rebounded like a boomerang and it went right back to their pockets. It's something that they try to throw at you with your finances, it rebounded and it went right back to you. Because you're like, that's not mine. Poverty mindset, where? Because, right, attacking your root chakra, when it's unbalanced, poverty mindset. So it's this person. They were trying to throw that at you. And you're like, that's not mine. That, ew, that doesn't belong to me. Ew, I'm not touching that. That's not mine. That insecurity, ew, that's not mine. It went right back to them. And I feel like the reason why this person's stupid. I really don't like being like that, but they're kind of dumb because it's because they don't want to stop doing black magic. Okay, thank you. Because I was going to say, they keep doing black magic. They keep trying to throw something at you, and they'll just sit and wait for it to happen. And then they're like looking, and it's not hitting you, so they'll do it again, and they'll throw something at you, and then they'll wait, and it's not hitting you. This person will... Alright, I'm getting a poem by Shel Silverstein, and it goes, lazy, 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 lazy Jane. She wants a drink of water, so she waits and waits and waits and waits and waits for it to rain. So this person is doing tons of magic, waiting for it to hit you, waiting for it to hit you, waiting for it to hit you, without realizing that they have no money. They can't sleep at night. They haven't woken up. They're being talked about. They become a whole Karen. Like, unbelievable, wow. And they just cursed their lineage because of something that they don't want to keep doing right now. So because of this person, because of this woman, her children, or her grandchildren, or however long it takes, now they have to have the burden of breaking that curse because of her actions. That has nothing to do with you. And you know that, and you're not saying anything. And you could also know how to break this curse that she tried to throw at you, and it rebounded off of you and went right back to her. And you're not, that's not my business. That's your curse, right? That's your insecurity. That's your hex. That's your jinx. That's your magic. That's not my business, what you do with your magic. The magic that you tried to throw at me, it rebounded and went right back to you. That's not my business. Oh, but it was because I was supposed to hit you. Now you gotta tell. No, ma'am. No, sir. Your rebounded magic has nothing to do with me. Meanwhile, they're sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting. Did it hit? Did it hit? Did it hit? Are they in jail? Are they arrested? Are they fired? Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, I just told you. They're watching you. Did it hit? Did it hit? Is it working? Are they arrested? Did they get fired? Are they in jail? Did it go? They're watching you. Page of Swords reversed. They're just sitting there doing magic. flinging it at you. And you're like, ew, that's not mine. And they're like, did it hit? No? Okay, let me try again. Fwah, here's insecurity. Ew, that's not mine. Did it hit? Are they insecure? The world reversed. Yeah, I don't know what this person's thinking, but I don't even realize that. This person's gonna die doing this. To their very last breath, they're gonna keep trying to bother you, keep trying to attack you, keep trying to get you locked up, keep trying to get you fired, keep trying to steal from you, keep trying to block you, blah, 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 blah. They don't realize so it'll be like 10 years later, and you're doing this, you're doing that, and they're still trying to, did it hit? Did it hit? Did it hit? You know how, I don't know if you know this, but there's like this thing in the medical community where, like, bed sores, right? Like, that's why, like, if there's like a patient in the hospital and they're like in the beds, every now and then, like every like day or two, or like throughout the day, the nurses have to like move the patient, because if not, the patient will get these bed sores, right? Or bed rot, right? By just sitting in that one spot. So if they don't move from that one spot, they'll get bed sores, and like the fabric would fuse to the skin and it'll rot, and it's disgusting. This person is like rotting in their pettiness, in that one spot in their life, in their time. They're just rotting in that time frame of being petty. Did it hit? Did it hit? Meanwhile, you're light years ahead, and they're still stuck in the past. Whatever past this is, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 minutes ago, they're stuck in that moment in time, rotting. Meanwhile, you're just out here closing cycles, living life, being happy, creating with the universe, gaining knowledge, being happy. The universe loves you. It loves you. Everything you have worked for is coming together. Accomplishment, success, completion, synthesis, perfection, recognition, mastery. See? You're a master manifester. That's what it says. That's the last word. Mastery. This is a reading. Bye.